Watto Internet. You're doing really well. You've got 4 of us now. One of us is only half dead. This chap here. Oh fuck's sake! Him there. He. Jesus Christ, him. He's only half dead. She's well, just usual.
Oh,
and we did have a guest.
we did. We scared her away.
That'll teach us, won't it?
Yes.
Well, please welcome our great friend Black Screen. Oh, there we go.
Here we go.
I'm having technical difficulties, you guys.
Okay.
I call that getting out of bed in the morning. Don't worry. Yeah, it is a privilege, really, to actually be graced by somebody who from outside our inner circle who wants to talk to us. So I hope you will all join me in welcoming. Gosh, that was how you wanted to be introduced, wasn't it? Or fantasy? Sorry, fantasy author Ember, who
Hi.
I understand is on the verge of having some material coming out into the world.
Yes.
Absolutely, I am. And I'm sorry, but my camera just dropped everybody. So if you can see me just like flailing around over here, hi.
Yes, no, we can see you. Can you not see us?
No, I can't see you anymore.
Oh.
Which is super, super annoying. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and talk.
No, tell you what, how about you just do the old-fashioned thing, log out and come back in?
Yeah.
That would be, rather than doing that, because that's just unsafe. I've had to do that before. It's just not fair on you.
You know what? I appreciate that. And this just adds more drama and mystery. So I'll be back in a hot second.
All right. Please come back. Please.
Please don't leave me. I've just no. Hi YS, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. You early today? We do have a guest, but technical issues. In, out, shake it all about.
Yes.
One thing I noticed yesterday, actually, Jen, whilst it's just us, I don't think the comments were coming up on the site yesterday. They were coming up on the screen whenever we clicked them, but they weren't actually...
I see them on the side.
We see them on the side, but I don't think anybody on the any viewers see them
on the stream. Let me do a little test real quick.
Yeah, just because.
Show that, and then let me go to the channel. Okay, I can see it on Twitch right now.
You can see YS's hello.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, but maybe you were saying maybe on the replay. Okay, Ember.
Cool. Okay, YS, thank you, mate.
But now we don't see her response.
Oh, because I have to click it.
View channel.
She says she sees it, and she says it was there yesterday. Perfect. Okay, so that's all sorted out. And Ember is back, so I'm going to bring her back in.
Oh, it's YouTube that's not showing them for some reason.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Just as long as viewers can see, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, that's too bad though.
Hi there, Amber. Are we with you? More to the point.
I have rejoined. I was going to say, guess who's back again, but it feels too soon to drop Eminem on y'all. So, hi.
Yeah. Don't please ever. I you know that it may be too soon. I think.
I don't mind. So I mean, it's okay with me.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I don't want to trigger anybody.
Well, I'm triggered because my son listens to him all the bloody time, and it's just it's just
the kids. Him?
Yeah, he no longer belongs to us.
Too.
Yeah.
That's
so
wild.
Sorry. Yeah. Hi, Rania.
Yeah. Hi, Rania.
Hello.
Yeah. Anyway, where were we? We were talking about Ember. You have material. You have a book coming out.
Yes, sort of. Wonderful Jane is reading the first official chapter of the book, and that will be available on TikTok coming soon. But I also have a completely different thing coming out also soon. It's a NaNoWriMo book that I wrote a couple years ago and never officially did anything with, but I have a little zombie comedy novella called Manny Fuego's Guide to Good Eats, and it's being edited right now, and it will be available for purchase, hopefully December 1.
Nice.
But yeah, yeah. But my main big focus is this magnum fantasy opus, Game of Thrones-esque, Game of Thrones meets Sailor Moon kind of thing that I'm doing. So
that's an interesting combination there.
Yeah, I realized that.
Did you say Game of Thrones meets Sailor Moon?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's, I don't know. Imagine what you will of that.
Amber, what are you doing after the stream?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Having lunch and then picking up my son from kindergarten.
Oh wow, that sounds all sorts of just epic and cool and sorry.
Oh boy.
We can chat. We can have a chat about it.
But so how long have you been writing that?
Oh God.
Oh, sorry, wrong question. Okay.
It's so embarrassing. I've been writing it for 22 years. 22 years.
Nice.
That means like Tolkien-esque, like I've been world building, I've been character building. I wrote a draft, it was crap. I wrote another draft, it was less crap, and now I'm on the like 4th or 5th draft, and I keep holding it back because I know that it's something special. I really do. I feel that really deeply, and I don't want to release it before it's fully cooked. So, but I wrote the foreword to readers this year, and I'm like, this is it. I think I've hit on it, and I'm just going to sprint to the end. So that's what I'm using NaNoWriMo to do, is just fill in those gaps and do the rewrites and get it ready to go. But yes, Game of Thrones meets Sailor Moon.
Because Game of Thrones meets Sailor Moon. I mean, I have questions, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to read the book, aren't I? That's what you're going to say. You're just going to say, read the book.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. Jane's read the first chapter. Maybe she can speak a little bit to what she's seen, but it might not be enough to go on. Thank you, Rania. I appreciate that comment.
I love it so far. So, I mean, I'm honored to be able to read it for you. So I can't wait to see the rest of it.
Thank you.
Oh my God, what was that? That you are not good with praise, are you?
Why?
No. Yeah. No, I'm like a type A recovering people pleaser who's like, everything I do is bad. But thank you, Jane. That means a lot.
You just fit in very well here.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know if you will actually, because it sounds like you're one step ahead of us, because you're a recovering people pleaser. Yeah, the rest of us haven't even started yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, and the problem with being a recovering people pleaser is that you feel like you're in your villain era when, like the meme says, you're really just setting reasonable boundaries with people, but you're like, no, I'm not going to do that thing.
Please don't hate me.
Don't hate me.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So what happened 22 years ago to inspire it then? What kicked it all off?
So this is a fun story. My best friends and I, who met when we were like 5, were at Girl Scout camp out here in California in the Redwoods, walking from camp out to one of the spaces, like the archery range or something. And we were traipsing through this like beautiful redwood forest, and we just started coming up with the idea of like, what if we had just been set free in this place and we had to go on some grand adventure? I don't know if you've ever visited the redwood forests here, but they are magical, they are otherworldly, and they just sparked something inside of us. And we started like drawing these characters and coming up with these ideas. And one day I was like, you guys, I'm just going to write it. I'm just going to write the story. And I was like 14, so it was awful, but I tried and I kept trying. And I'm a pantser, so I don't, I never really like got the whole plotting thing down, and I think that's part of why it took me so long. But
Jet,
it
you've
was a
just
way
made
for
me
me.
very happy.
I'm a sorry to interrupt.
Oh, it's okay. I could go on forever, but it was always a way for me to feel connected to them after we went our separate ways after high school. Um, so each of the main four characters in my story is based on an existing friend of mine. Um, and it's weird how they've sort of like they've like followed the paths of their characters. One of the characters is a fairy and a healer, and the person that she's based on just recently became a certified nurse. I was like, what is this?
Wow.
So, yeah,
Life
it's weird.
imitating fiction.
But yeah,
Wonderful. And so you're still in touch with these friends?
I'm one of those rare people that has best friends that I've known since I was 5. Yeah, it's really strange, but beautiful.
Sorry, don't happen there.
I wasn't sure if you were like throwing up in your mouth at how saccharine that was, or like.
Oh,
I get it.
That's. I mean, that is. It's. There is only one word for that, and that is. It's beautiful. It's just the fact that you've known somebody long enough for that to be a part of your life, and for you to have reached this stage of the process where it's coming to fruition. It's nearly out there.
Yeah, I'm really excited. They're really excited. Each of them has read it, with the exception of one who is like, it really actually fits the character. She hasn't read it yet.
No, I will. I'll read it. Honest, I will.
She's just always busy. She's actually, I'm sorry, she's a they now. They're always busy. But they've been so just pleased to see this become what it has. And like I said, those 22 years have not been lost. It's been in world building. It's been in creating these characters that feel really real and real deep. And I think that that's where the Sailor Moon aspect comes in. It's like that whole friendship and working together and knowing these characters inside and out and finding one you can identify with and being like, I'm a Sailor Mercury. It's kind of that vibe.
See, my brain immediately goes to, please tell me you've played the Sailor Moon RPG.
I have not. I think we got a hold of it on an emulator back in the day.
No, there's a TTRPG where you can actually play as Sailor Moon if you want to. You can
wait.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, there is a recent, a more recent, more generic, which is Besom, Big Eye, Small Mouth. But there is actually a Sailor Moon specific. I've got the PDF somewhere. I shall look it up. And
okay. Also, what is a TTRPG? Because I see that the Bleeding Ink is saying TTRPGs, and I'm like, how did I miss this whole thing?
So a TTRPG is tabletop role playing game. So just Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I
Sorry,
play dragons.
Are you all right with that? Do you need some time to yourself? That sounded painful.
No, I felt silly not knowing what that was because I play Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm like, what's a TTRPG?
We can talk about something else if you want.
I would just call that a normal RPG.
Yeah.
I don't acronym very well.
It's hard to keep track of all the acronyms.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, just to keep us on task here, do we want to start our first sprint?
What's the plan then? Are we going to have 2 sprints? So a sprint, a chat, and a sprint, or are we just going to have 1 sprint and a longer chat?
Yeah, I thought maybe we could do 30-minute sprint and then chat at the end.
Does it for me?
And that keeps us, about an hour. If
Cool.
that works for everyone.
Perfection.
And then
yeah,
modify as we go. But yeah.
We want to talk about what we're going to be looking at. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to let everybody down. I can't do that story starting today because I had a suicide attempt earlier, so I've got emails I need to write.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Rock on.
Wow.
so I'm afraid I will be working. But I will be doing my writing in bed later when I don't need the internet.
There you go.
But I have had some musings about mosaics and stuff, so I think maybe that's coming out somewhere. So
Good. I thought you were going to say you weren't going to be writing the story.
no, I think it's happening.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, because I haven't got enough to write as it is. Jane, what are you up to?
So I am going to work on my steampunk circus time travel story. Yes.
I'm
Gary?
here for that.
Yes, I think we all are, frankly.
I did work on it this morning too. I got up first thing this morning, worked on it. See how it goes. What about you, Gary?
I'm going to work on the archaeologist story. Try and get us a little deeper in. Wrote a little bit last night after we signed off. So see where we can get there.
Cool. And Emma, I mean, I think you've just told us, but tell us again.
I'm actually my characters are in the middle of the woods. They're surrounded by enemies. Someone is bleeding out, and it is absolute chaos. And I just like left them in the midst of that because I have a small child. So I have
I
to
love
get
it.
them out of this situation. So if I make a bunch of faces, that's what I'm up to.
And everybody in the chat, if you're we're going to join us, please do let us know what you're working on, how well you're doing it, and yeah. So, Jen, have you got the timer?
Got my timer. I just need to figure out how to. No.
Yes, bleeding ink. I am just cheeky.
Hold on here. Shit.
I'm gonna go on mute.
But bleeding, that is pot, kettle, and black. Just so you know.
I can't see my timer.
So you click the shared screen bit at the middle at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah. Has your timer come up? Yeah. Can you see it?
No. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I'll get this someday.
Beautiful.
Does that work? All right.
That'll do. Cool. Well, happy writing. How could you, middleman? Because I'm just that kind of person.
All right, here we go.
Cheers.
Time's up.
I was not expecting a gong.
You're welcome.
No, neither was I the first time we heard it. Yeah.
That was like gong. Also, it looks like Bleeding Ink wrote their 1,600 words in the chat, so that's fun.
I didn't spot that. Yeah, I mean,
I was mostly looking at the timer, but I'm not even gonna.
yeah, I
Okay.
wouldn't.
And Sailing Ocelot has come back today too to join
Oh,
us.
hello, Ocelot. Thank you,
Yeah,
Oh,
Ocelot.
hi.
and thank you for keeping Bleeding quiet or occupied, whichever of the two.
Entertained.
Entertained, yes.
Yes.
So, how was that for everybody?
Good.
It was
Did we
good.
get into the
It was
spirit
good.
of it, or was it more of a, oh my god, can somebody get these pliers to pull some teeth out?
At first, it was like that. So then I actually did a bit of an outline. You're going to be shocked.
Who are you?
No.
What have you done with Jem?
I know. So I kind of did like the hero's journey, just real briefly, and just kind of, just so I would know a little bit of what I'm doing.
Oh. And did it help?
It did. I wrote 250 words for the outline. So
Nice.
Can't argue with that, can you?
yes.
Amber, how about yourself?
I got about 500 words, so no Bleeding Ink. I'm sorry, you did not distract the cheeky one. The cheeky one has ADHD and can glance over at things and still keep on track. But nice try.
Yeah. Whoa, okay. Sounds like you've got his number.
I
Gary, how about
mean,
yourself?
Ocelot, well done.
Yeah. 323 words.
Of handwriting, good lord.
Handwriting.
That's yeah.
What's that?
I mean, I wouldn't be able to use my arm for the rest of the week if I wrote 323 words in handwriting.
I do like handwriting, but yeah, it's too much sometimes.
Because I broke my elbow years ago, so I can't go through the day without cracking it back into place. So it's a tip: don't get pushed off a train. Gary, how about
Good
yourself?
advice.
Yeah, I could have done with it apparently.
You live and learn.
You do indeed.
I got about 350. And
Nice.
I did get distracted by Bleeding Ink a little bit.
Oh,
Congratulations,
defeat.
Bleeding. You've got your victim.
Yeah.
And for my sins, I only got 277, but that is because I spent most of my time trying to find somebody's phone number. Because why would I have it on my phone? Just
That's a silly place to keep a phone number.
funny that, yeah.
trying to cut a turnip. Oh no.
Oh,
Challenge.
I have questions.
I don't think I've ever tried to cut a turnip before.
I don't think I've ever tried to eat a turnip before or touch one. I was going to say something deep and meaningful then. Oh, that was it. Amber, just for your enjoyment, I thought I would dig this up for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Oh no, it's got the off-model characters though. We call that the B team drawings.
But they've also got stats so you can play as them. So
That's radical.
So you can't have everything.
Once we finish our campaign, which I don't know when that's going to happen because, I might suggest we try that in my little D&D group.
Well, there's
or
actually
if you guys want to start one.
There's a good one just come out recently called Girl by Moonlight, which is very heavily inspired by Sailor Moon and Steven Universe and the whole business. So
oh my gosh.
You just
Call that
happen to
not time that I
here.
have.
Hey, my name it's here, the RPG therapist. How can I be an RPG therapist without a wall of RPGs? And
I have
8
questions
sets of
about that.
Go for it.
I mean, okay, so you also mentioned that somebody had unlifed themselves, and so you're like a real life therapist,
Alas.
perhaps. Alas. It's okay. I'm a mental health refugee myself. I just came from the field and I'm like, no more.
Yeah, don't blame you.
But I've been looking into how gaming and various other hobbies are actually good for our brains and things like that. So you and I may have to talk off of stream.
Well, there's a fantastic new book out, Role-Playing Games and Psychotherapy, a Practitioner's Guide by Daniel Hann. Pick up your copy wherever you get your books and sign up for my monthly-ish newsletter where you get a free adventure pack. Go to monomythcounseling.co.uk.
But wait, there's more.
No, there is
If you
indeed
act
more, because
now.
I actually have a YouTube channel where you can go and watch videos about how to put RPGs into your client work. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications when there's more content available. Oh my god, I feel like such a whore.
That was beautiful. No, that was an amazing elevator pitch. If there's one thing I know about writers, it's that we're terrible at selling ourselves. And I'm like, I'm going to go run to YouTube while I eat lunch right now. Yeah.
And it's good stuff too. Both Jen and I have read most of it.
Yes, you have. In fact, Jen gave me detailed notes as it was being written, and Gary did so on a couple of chapters, but Jen, for her sins, went through the entire thing. Thank you, sweetheart. I'll never change. This is why she goes, damn it, he's here.
Rude. Oh, I see a question in the chat. Ocelot.
So I know we talked briefly
Oh
at
gosh.
the beginning. If you want to.
Yeah, let me see if I can do an elevator pitch. Oh god. Help me, Jen. Help me. I got the giggles.
Ember writes amazing fantasy stories about Sailor Moon-esque Game of Thrones, narrated by an amazing person who nobody's heard of called Jen from Jane's Dreamy Bookshelf. But the story is all about... I can't answer that bit. You're going to have to do that bit for me. Sorry.
It's a fantasy book. It's a lot of details.
I think maybe we need to put a bit more work into this.
I am so bad at elevator pitches. It's like whenever there's one of those TikToks, it's like, describe your word in 5 emojis. I'm like, I don't know. It's okay, here we go. It is a coming of age story that is heavily based on like the power of friendship, hence the Sailor Moon aspect, and the power of feminine energy, yada yada, / lots of allegory for climate change and our current political world. So that's where the Game of Thrones aspect comes in. Stay tuned. Coming to a bookshelf near you someday.
Someday soon, more to the point.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Don't you back out on us now. Come on. You gave us you've got us hooked now. You know, nearly an hour ago. Jesus. Yeah. Sorry, where the hell is that time gone?
I know.
Yeah, so well, because it's an hour ago, we're gonna have to start winding down. So how do we want to do this? Does anybody have any burning questions? No bleeding, not you. Have you ever been inspired by oh, now that is a question. I would love to write some solar punk myself, but I'm just too cynical. How about yourself, Ember?
I was today years old when I heard the word solar punk, so I'm gonna have to go Google that now.
Oh, okay. So solar punk. Is basically
like,
the idea being that humanity has reached a state where we live in harmony with the environment. You know, we've got renewable energy, the planet isn't dying, and the politicians are actually right when they say global warming isn't a thing, because it actually isn't in this particular genre, because we've sorted it all out.
That is a fantasy.
Yeah, but it's actually quite closely related to hope punk, which is again fiction, but with actually actual optimism in it, which is why I just can't write it, frankly. But yeah, as soon as you mentioned the importance of the environment and the state of the world in your book, that yeah, I can see where Ocelot was coming from.
Yeah, I think I will have to go check that out. Thank you, Ocelot. That's a cool suggestion.
There are a few short story anthologies out there, all of them with beautiful green covers with futuristic sci-fi buildings with trees just pouring out of them. It's great.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, in that case, for Astra, if I just feel like suddenly I've walked into a brick wall, I realized what time it is, and it's like, ugh. So for this stream, second one of the month, thank you everybody for joining us. More to the point, thank you, Amber, for joining us. Do you want to give us a pitch of where people can, it doesn't have to be the elevator pitch, but do you want to give us the places where people can find you and find your work?
Yes, I am at Robots and Magic. That's all one word, Robots and Magic, on TikTok and on the Instagrams. I have a website coming soon. And just thanks to you all for having me here. It's been really fun and I got a lot of work done. So yes.
Well, you're trapped now. There's no escape.
Oh no.
I just hope you'll have me back.
Oh, too right.
Absolutely.
Too right. Jen, how about yourself? Where can people find you?
I'm at Jane's Dreamy Bookshelf on YouTube and TikTok.
Gary.
And I'm also on ACX Audible. If anyone's interested, you can send me a message.
Oh, didn't realize that was a thing. Didn't realize you could message people on Audible. See, learn something new every day. Gary, where's George?
So I had to decommission my website a while back. So George is now publicly listed on the Duck webcomics. So George the Dragon,
which is mental as anything. And you can find me at monomythcounselling.co.uk or on YouTube at RPG Therapist. Guys, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you, or some of you, tomorrow.
Yes.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Goodbye.